Have you ever been there? You know, at a crossroads, wondering, is this really the right thing I'm doing with my life? It's a huge question, one that pretty much all of us ask at some point. Well, today, we're going to break down a beautifully simple framework that can help you find an answer. And it all kicks off with one surprisingly simple question. This is it. This is the question that started this whole journey. And get this, it wasn't asked by some philosopher or a big shot CEO. It was asked by a 10-year-old girl named Sneha. It's a question that just cuts right to the heart of living a life with purpose. And honestly, her search for an answer is something we can all learn a ton from. So yeah, we're going to follow Sneha's quest. See, her mother told her to always do the right thing, which is great advice. But Sneha was totally stumped. She went to her father and asked, okay, but how do you actually know what the right thing is? His answer is what builds our entire framework today. What a fantastic place to start, right? Forget about those complicated career aptitude tests for a second. The very first clue he gives her is totally internal. It's a feeling. It's all about just paying attention to that genuine physical reaction of pure joy. Okay, so let's call this the joy test. Think of it as the first filter for any action you're thinking about taking. It's not about what you should do or what other people expect you to do. It starts with this simple question. Does this genuinely bring a smile to my face? But as Sneha figured out pretty fast, it's not quite that simple. And this is a big one. It's a really key clarification. Sneha asks him, well, I like watching dance reels on my phone. Does that mean I should just keep watching them? And her father's response is so important. The deepest, most meaningful joy comes from participating, not just sitting on the sidelines watching. This really gets to the heart of it. There is a world of difference between just passively consuming something, like watching a video, and actively getting in there and doing it yourself. The real, lasting joy, the kind of joy that signals you're on the right track, it comes from the doing. Then, her father adds another layer to this joy test. We can call it the public test. It's not just that the activity brings you joy, but that you feel a sense of pride about it, you're open about it, you'd be more than happy for other people to see you engaged in it. It's a great little gut check for authenticity. So, Sneha applies the joy test, and she comes back with two things: dancing and singing. That's awesome. But it immediately brings up the next big question. Is joy the only ingredient you need to build a successful path for yourself? And this is the question that really takes things to the next level, right? It moves us from just having a fun hobby to actually finding a sense of purpose. Sneha's not just asking about happiness anymore. She's asking about being effective, about finding success. And that pushes this whole framework a little bit deeper. And boom, here it is, the second critical piece of the puzzle. Her father introduces the idea of natural talent. He explains that, look, while your interests are amazing and you should absolutely pursue them, real, lasting success often happens right at that intersection of what you love to do and what you are just naturally gifted at. So let's break this down because it's super important to get the difference. Interests are choices. They're the things you're drawn to, the things you choose to do, like dancing or singing for Sneha. Talents, on the other hand, are inherent. They're the things that just click for you. For Sneha, looking at things under a microscope, that's a natural talent. All right, this is the magic moment. This is where all the pieces of the puzzle click into place. The path forward isn't choosing one over the other. It's not just about joy, and it's not just about talent. The real formula, the secret sauce, is finding where your active joy and your natural talent overlap. So Sneha does a little personal inventory. On one side of the list, she's got dancing and singing, two things that totally pass the joy test. And on the other side, she identifies this one thing she knows is a pure, natural talent. She just gets it right every time with microscopes. The next step is to find the connection between the two sides. And that's it. The aha moment. The breakthrough. Sneha connects her natural talent with microscopes to an active, joyful pursuit, this idea of making cells grow. And notice her words here. She says she's read a lot about it and wants to work on it. It's not just a passive skill anymore. It has become an active interest, fueled by one of her natural gifts. Okay, so Sneha's whole journey gives us a really simple but powerful framework that any of us can use. Let's distill this adventure of hers into 3 straightforward steps that you can apply to your own life right now. So here's how it all breaks down. Step 1, the joy test. Find what active doing, not passive watching, brings a genuine smile to your lips. Step 2, the talent test. Get real with yourself and identify what you're just naturally good at, the things that come easily to you. And finally, step 3, you put them together. That sweet spot, your right thing, is waiting for you right at the intersection of that joy and your talent. That's your map, that's your starting point. And that brings us all the way back to the beginning. But this time, the question is for you. Using this simple framework, what's an active pursuit that brings a smile to your face? And how does that connect with something you're naturally gifted at? The answer to that, well, that might just be your right thing.